Hello everyone. Good morning to all. Uh, can you see the presentation? And my voice is audible to everyone? Okay. 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 So we'll wait for 2 to 3 minutes and then we'll start our lecture. Some students are joining in between. Okay. So we will start now. So in the last lecture, we have concluded the evaluation criteria for the investment decision. Okay. So in the last lecture, we have discussed the benefit cost ratio. So it is the ratio of benefits acquired uh, over the total years of project divided by the investment in that particular period. Okay. So this benefits always we are taking as a discounted benefits. Okay. So for that purpose, we have to consider the discounted rate also. Okay. So let it maybe 12%, 15%. So that will acquire, or we can say that that will consider the inflation rate or the time value of money also. Okay, the time value of money also. So this benefit ratio will help to select the project. Okay, this will help to select the project, and it will discuss about whether the project is large one or the project is small one. Okay, so the decision rule related to the BCR, that is benefit cost ratio, is nothing but if the BCR, the final ultimate BCR value is greater than 1, then we have to accept that particular project. And if the BCR value is less than 1, then we have to reject that particular project. And if uh, the BCR is equal to 1, there will be little chances for the profit, or there will be little chances for the loss of that particular project. Then we have consider the next evaluation criteria, that is nothing but capital rationing. So the capital rationing is one kind of limit for the expenditure over the particular budget. Okay, so capital rationing is one kind of a limit to budget which will be expend on that particular project. Okay, so this is the important to provide the limit over the budgets or the over the expenditure to avoid the future consequences, which will provide the financial isolation for the company if that project will be in a loss, if that project will be in a loss. So under this particular capital rationing, we have considered one index, that is nothing but profitability index, and we have seen the formula for that capital profitability index, which is similar to the BCR formula. Okay, so on the same consideration, if the profitability index is greater than 1 with limited resources, okay, with the limited resources, this profitability index is greater than 1, then we have to accept that particular project. And if it is less than 1 or less than unity, then we have to reject that particular project. Okay, so in this particular lecture we are going to understand what is meant by replacement analysis, what are the different factors affecting on the replacement analysis. Okay, so this is the one can say that the major policy of any firm or any industry which will take the decision about the replacement of any equipment or machinery in that particular factory or any facility in that particular factory. Why it is important? Because we know that the machines are day by day the machine performance or the equipment performance get deteriorate. Okay, as the time passes, the performance of machines or the equipments uh, goes on deteriorating means performance खालावत जातो त्याचा किंवा त्यात काहीतरी बिघाड होत जातो. Okay, so how one can account for this particular deterioration? So one can say that the maintenance requirement for that particular machines. Okay, so cost of the maintenance for the particular equipment or the machine goes higher day by day. Okay, and one at one limit, one can say that the profit coming out of that particular machine is lesser than the maintenance of that particular machine. Okay, so that will show that it is the need of replacement for the particular machine. It is the need of replacement of particular machine. So in the companies, there are policies like individual replacement or the group replacement. Okay, so individual replacement means what? If some machine get fails, okay, or it will get breakdown, and immediately replacement of that particular machine is nothing but individual replacement policy. And group replacement means what? If you purchase all the machines at the same depth, or we can say that at a particular time period, and replacing all the machines after outdate after expiring their dates, that is nothing but the group replacement policy. Okay, so in the group replacement policy, the major advantage that the technology or we can say that machines, the firm which are using will provide the more efficiency for the production purpose, and the maintenance cost on such a machines will be less. Okay, so in replacement, one is concerned with the equipment and machinery that deteriorates with the passage of time. Since over time an equipment ages, every piece of the equipment in an industry is a candidate for a replacement. However, with increasing maintenance, the productive life of an equipment can be increased, but the maintenance cost goes high. In recent year, the manufacturing management has given serious thought to the policy for the equipment replacement. Okay, so every company should have this particular replacement management. So this is the thought of manufacturing management. Okay, so management should decide what are the replacement policies for the machines which are present in their firm or in their particular industries. Okay, so which are the factors which will affect on this particular replacement of a machines. Okay, or we can say that reasons for the replacement. So first one is nothing but the deterioration. Okay, deterioration of machine or deterioration of equipment. So deterioration means decline in performance due to wear and tear or a misalignment. That is nothing but what? Deterioration. If the performance of a machine decreases, or it will not produce the sufficient quality of that sufficient quality products, so in that case we can say that the machines get deteriorated as the time passes. Okay, and due to deterioration, the maintenance cost goes on increasing. Okay, and more maintenance required. Obviously, the maintenance of the machine will increase the performance, but the cost of the maintenance is very high if the machine deteriorates more and more. Okay, then the reduction in product quality and rate of production. Okay, so the time required to produce the product, that is the major factor in the industry. Okay, time required to produce some quantity of products, and the time delay, or we can say that the lead time to produce this particular components, it's also countable in a company, okay, or in an industry, because everyone knows that the production time is when how to convert in the form of a money, okay. So this particular production time is more important, and quality of the product is also important for the company. And if the machine get deteriorate, so the machine will not match up the demand of the production, and the quality of the product is also get reduced, okay. So reduction in product quality and rate of production decreases as the machine get deteriorates, okay. Then increase in labor cost, okay, as we have seen that uh, the uh, the maintenance requirement is more in case of a deteriorated machines, or in case of a deterioration, and side by side, to produce the same quantity, more time is required uh, for the labor. So this labor cost is also goes on increasing, and loss of operation time due to breakdown, okay. Due to breakdown, the main required, or we can say that considerable time to produce the products, that particular time is get lost by this machine, or due to the breakdown, okay. So this is one kind of a reason for the replacement, that is nothing but a deterioration, and which will be considered as a major reason for the replacement. Then requirement change, okay. So it is also called as a obsolescence, okay. So the technology, we know that the technology, day by day the technology goes on changing. Initially the machines are working on in a coal, okay, and then afterward petroleum products, then afterward electricity. So day by day the technology goes on changing, okay. And in case of it, uh, uh, the advanced technology, okay. So nowadays the robotics are booming in the markets now. Some of the technologies of machines are absoluted from the market, okay. So that we can say that they are outdated, okay. And the company need to cope up with the new technology, okay, to produce the product with a high rate, or we can say that the production time to produce same equipment, same product will require less time than the previous technology, okay. So in that case, the company need to think, or the industry need to think for the new machines, okay. So the equipment gets obsolete due to advances in the technology, and unwarranted manufacturing cost arises from such absolute equipments. So we know that if you take the example of nowadays CNCs and VMCs are using in the industries, okay. So initially, if you take the example of VMC, okay, the three-axis VMC widely used in the industry, okay, and uh, then after some time period, the four-axis VMC comes in the picture, and the time required to produce one component get reduced, okay, and then afterward the six-axis VMC come in the picture, and once again the time required to produce the same components will get reduced. So in such a manner, one can reduce the time of a production, and one can increase the profit, okay. And due to the previous technologies, or we can say that absolute technologies which are absoluted from the market, the time required to produce such a component will get increased, and due to that the profit of industry will get reduced, okay. Then this particular factor also affect on the requirement of the customer. So sometimes customer required high quality products, and which cannot be produced by the existing facilities or existing technologies in that particular industry. So in that case also, the company need to think about uh, the machines which are uh, related to the current situation, or which are related to the current technologies, okay. So this particular requirement of change, or we can say that due to the obsolescence of the technology from the market, one have to think about the replacement. Then inadequacy, okay, we have just discussed. uh, the existing equipment are inadequate to meet the demand uh, of the customer. In that case, the company need to think about increasing in production rate and to achieve that particular demand. So at that particular condition, the question arises and the arises that need to replace that particular machines. Okay, need to replace that particular machines. Then next is working condition. Okay, so some of the machines which are generating more noise or more smoke in the industry uh, due to deterioration. Okay, or these are not safety for the workers which are working on that particular machines. Okay, so in that case we can say that this working condition plays very important role. Okay, so first priority for the worker is nothing but safety of the worker which are working on that particular machines. And if these machines are creating more noise or these machines are hazardous uh, for the environment, so in that case the one how to think about the replacement of the machines. Okay, one how to think about the replacement of the machines. Okay, so these are the some of the reasons which one have to consider while dealing with the replacement of the machines. Okay, then next one is the economy. So the existing unit equipment have outlived their effective life and it is not economical to continue with them. Okay, so we know that in case of two-wheeler or four-wheeler, so time period is provided for that particular vehicle to run on the road. Okay, and after outdated after the completion of that particular time period, that particular vehicle is scrapped, or we can say that it will be uh, it will be taken out from the road. Okay, so there are some policies that are related to the economy. Okay, so it will not be good for the company to run with that particular machine, and it will occupy some of the space of the industry, and space is required. And that space, one can say that that space can be utilized for other purpose also. So it will be burden for the company to sustain with that particular machine. Okay, so in that case, the company need to think about the replacement. Company need to think about the replacement. So getting everyone, what is the reason for the replacement and what is meant by replacement analysis? Okay. If you have any question, you can ask, or else you can note down some of the points related to the replacement analysis. Whether you understood what is meant by replacement analysis, please mention in the chat box. Okay. So please note down the points related to replacement analysis. Mainly two policies are followed in related to this particular replacement analysis. One is individual replacement policy, and the second one is group replacement policy. So in individual replacement policy, one can say that if one machine get breakdown, immediately replace that particular machine. That is nothing but individual replacement policy. And in a group replacement policy, after some time period, if you consider that after 10 years, all the machines are replaced from the industry, okay, to cope up with the new technology and uh, to cope up with the market demand, okay, to cope up with market demand, all the machines from the industry or all the equipments from the industries are replaced. That is nothing but group replacement policy. Okay, shall we move ahead to the next slide? Or if you require some more time, then you can mention in the chat box. If you have finished with these slides, then we will move to the next slide. Shall we move ahead? Okay. So reason for replacement. Next point is reason for replacement. So first reason is deterioration. First reason is deterioration. So deterioration means what? The decline in performance due to wear and tear of or misalignment indicated by. So how one can say that the machine is deteriorating. So first one, first criteria to understand this particular deterioration is nothing but increase in maintenance. Okay, then the quality of the product gets reduced. Okay, then cost required to produce that particular products. Okay, so that is nothing but labor cost. Okay, one can say that the labor cost to produce that particular equipment, that particular product gets increased. Okay, that is nothing but increasing labor cost. And the loss in operation time. Okay, so time required to produce this particular component. So that is nothing but what? The increasing lead time. Okay, time required to produce that component uh, uh, on that particular machine get increased. Okay, so that is nothing but operation time. So initially when you purchase that particular machine, this operation time is very less, and after some time period, due to the breakdown, due to the failure, and due to the deterioration of that particular machine, the time required to produce the same components will get increased. Okay, so time required to produce the same component will get increased. Okay, so loss of operation time due to breakdown. Okay, due to breakdown. And this deterioration is the most important reason for the replacement. Okay, so deterioration of the machine is the most important reason for the replacement. One can say that it is the most important reason for the replacement. Over. Shall we move ahead? Shall we move ahead to the next point? Next reason. Please comment in the chat box. If you require more time, then also you can comment. Is there any question? Any doubt? Akshay Sate getting point? What is mean by deterioration, Akshay? You can unmute and you can answer. Akshay Sate. Akash Bise. Yogesh Pandit. Shall we move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So next reason for the replacement is nothing but obsolescence. That is nothing but what? Requirement to change. Okay. Obsolescence is requirement to change. Okay. So if the machine is outdated, okay, or the technology is outdated, in that case, the company need to think about the change of machine or replacement of machine. Okay. So the technology is progressing fast. Newer and better equipments are being developed and produced every year. Okay. The equipment get obsolete due to advancement in technology and the unwarranted manufacturing cost arising from such a obsolete equipment. So this cost will reduce the profit, and one can think that uh, the consumer want more or less different. Okay. In case the demand of consumer or the demand of uh, the customer will change, or it um or some changes in the product will require according to the demand of the customer. In that case, the technology should be updated. The technology of the production should be updated. So for that purpose, the replacement analysis should be carried out over the old machine or over the old technology. Okay. So in case of obsolescence, one have to think about the replacement of the equipment or replacement of the machines. Please note down these points. Narayan Vyavare, getting this point? What is meant by obsolescence? Obsolescence of technology. Amol, Amol Nagne, Avinash. Shall we move ahead? Please comment in the chat box. Chaitanya Kulkarni, Azam Sayyad. Okay. Okay. We'll move ahead to the next reason. That is nothing but inadequacy. Okay. So existing machine or existing equipment is unable to produce the quantity of a product to meet up the demand. Okay. To meet that particular demand of product in the market. Okay. So in that case, the the owner or the industrial persons need to replace the older machines. That is nothing but inadequacy. So when the existing equipment becomes inadequate to meet the demand, or it is not able to increase the production rate to desired level, the question of replacement arises. The question of replacement arises. Then next, working condition. So working condition, that is nothing but what? We know that uh, some of the equipments produces harmful smoke, and that will be we can say that harmful for the health of workers which are working in that particular industry. Okay. And the machines, after time passing, the machines creates noise. Okay. And this noise is harmful for the workers or the people working in that particular area. Okay. Also, these particular machines are not safety for the workers. Okay. Some of the machines are not safety for the workers, and that will lead to the accident. Okay. That will lead to the accident. So working condition also uh, a criteria for the replacement, or working condition is one of the reason for the replacement. Okay. Dayanand Pawar, Ganesh Patil, Girish Shaike, whether you are getting this particular point, what is meant by inadequacy and working condition? Okay. Some of the students are joining after half an hour, after 1.5 miss, after 45 minutes. So they want to attend this lecture for attendance purpose. Okay. So tomorrow from tomorrow onwards, I will not allow anyone after 15 minutes. Okay. So after 15 minutes, no one will allowed to attend the lectures. Okay. So Shall we move ahead to the next point? If you have any question, any doubt, you can ask. Okay, next one is the economy. The existing unit or equipment have outlived, means the lifespan of that particular equipment or that particular machinery is over their effective life, and it is not economical to continue with them. Okay, so the lifespan of that particular equipment is over, and the equipment gets deterioration, then equipment's having maintenance problem. Okay, so the economy related to that particular equipment need to consider. Okay, and uh, the cost analysis should be carried out related to the equipment. That is nothing but whether that equipment creates the profit for the company, or it is having uh, uh, the or we can say that benefit cost ratio one how to produce related to equipment, whether we are getting the benefit from that particular equipment, or uh, uh, we are not getting the benefit from that particular equipment. So on that basis, one can have the replacement policy related to the uh, machinery or related to the equipments. Raviraj, Rohit, Rohan Pandre, Pratik Ingve, whether you are getting this point, please mention in the chat box. Shall we move ahead or not? Okay. Okay. So this all these particular reasons can be categorized in three factors. Okay. So these three factors are nothing but technical factors, financial factors, and tangible factors. Okay. These three factors are nothing but technical factors, financial factors, and tangible factor. Okay, so one have to produce the policies by considering this particular factor. Okay, so first one is nothing but a technical factor. So technical factor that tends to be considered whether the present equipment has become obsolete due to the technology development. Okay, whether that particular equipment uh, having uh, having the good technology or not, or we can say that it is not outdated technology related to that particular equipment. Okay, so if the technology is outdated, then one have to think about the replacement. And if the technology is a recent one, or we can say that it can cope up with the market situation, then we have to think about to go with the machine only. Okay, with the same machine only if the present equipment is inadequate in meeting the increasing product demand, obviously. So if the production if the demand of the product goes on increasing in the market, and if the machine is not adequate, or it cannot have that much capacity to cope up with the recent market demand, then the one have to think about the replacement on the basis of a technical factor. Then whether the present equipment has deteriorating due to wear and tear, it may be indicated by increasing the maintenance cost, reduction in production quality, rate of output, and increasing in labor cost and downtime. Okay, so these factors are related to the deterioration. Okay, first one is nothing but maintenance cost, whether the high maintenance cost is required to maintain that particular equipment, or to run the production. Okay, then second one is nothing but production quality. Okay, whether the satisfied product quality getting from that particular machine or not. Then rate of output, that is nothing but what, how much products are produced during the particular time span or during the time period. Okay, so that is nothing but rate output. Then increasing in labor cost. Okay, so as the rate of output get decreases, then the labor cost will get increases. In a similar fashion, the downtime is also get increases. Okay, so the technical factors are nothing but the factors which will say something about the technical features of that particular machine, or we can say that it will say something about the technology and about the production. Okay, about the technology and about the production. Then uh, some extra technical factors are mentioned over here. The reduced safety as compared to the new machine available or developed. Okay, the safety is the most important feature in any industry. Okay, so if the older machines are there, now take the example of a cupola furnace. Okay, so now these cupola furnaces are outdated from the industries because of that safety feature. Okay, because of that safety feature. Okay, and new induction furnace or electrical furnaces are coming in the picture. Also, this particular cupola furnace required, one can say that uh, 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 these are most of the time coal fired or wood fired, or and it will create the smokes or fumes which will be hazardous for the working people in on that particular site. Okay, so uh, and this particular cupola technology nowadays it is outdated. So one can say that this is one kind of a technical factor to deal with that particular cupola furnace. Okay, then the production capacity, whether that particular production capacity is adequate to match up the demand or not. Okay, and one can say that one cannot achieve that much temperature of the metal in that cupola furnace. Okay, so these are the technical specification which are changing day by days. Okay, and company need to, or that particular foundry need to match up with the recent technologies. Okay, for that reason the company need to purchase the new induction furnaces which will fulfill the uh, demand of demand of the production, and which will fulfill the customer demand also. Okay, side by side the customer demand also fulfill. Okay, so if the present equipment is polluting or spoiling working condition of the industry, okay, then possibility of performing additional operation by new machines. Okay, so for that reason, we can consider. Initially, I have given one example related to the fourth axis VMC, sixth axis VMC. Okay, initially when the this particular VMC comes in the market, they are working in three axis only. Okay, X, Y, Z. One can say that three axis only. Then the new technology in the comes in the market, which we can perform, which will perform the extra operation with the same attachment, or by using the same jigs and fixtures. Okay, and this will reduce the time of manufacturing. This will reduce the time of manufacturing. So possibility of performing additional operation by using 4-axis VMC, by using 6-axis VMC over the 3-axis VMC. Okay, so that will be the new features in the new technologies. Does the present equipment make noise and vibration, and thus causing the diversion of the workers? Okay, so some of the machines can produce higher noise, and which will not good for the worker health, and they are diverting the workers attentions from their work. Okay, so that will be the harmful for the worker for diverting their attention from their work. Okay, which will be unsafety for them. So for that reason this criteria should be considered under the technical feature. Then how often the present equipment required maintenance and repair. Okay, so it is one kind of a deterioration factor. So if the equipment required oftenly the maintenance or repair, then it will affect on the production rate, and it will increase the downtime of a production. Okay, so that will be consideration for the technical factor. That will be consideration for the technical factor. Getting what is meant by technical factors? Then next one is nothing but finance and cost factor. Okay, so some of the points related to technicals can come under this particular finance factor, because all the factors we are considering by considering their cost. Okay, factor cost. Okay, high repair and maintenance cost of the existing equipment. Okay, possibility of combining some operation and resulting in productivity by challenger new machines. Okay, so uh, combination of the machines, or if you combine two machines in one machine, or machine production in one machine, then obviously your production rate will increase. Then initial cost of a challenger means what? The new technology or the new machine. Okay, so the financial cost, whether the existing machine uh, uh, produce that much cost, or produce that much component which will satisfy the customer requirement, whether we have to produce we have to purchase the new machine, or we have to go for the existing machine. That will be related to the cost, or make or buy situation for that particular company. Okay, whether we have to go for the existing machine, or we have to purchase the new equipment. Okay, then salvage value of existing equipment and challenger at the end of its useful life. Okay, so then improvement in productivity and quality by use of a challenger. Okay, so whether the new machine will increase the productivity, that is nothing but production rate, by reducing one can say that the scrap, or by uh, reducing the, how we can say that, the less quality products. Okay, faulty product, by reducing the faulty product, or we can say that by increasing the quality of that particular product, the productivity of the firm will get increased or not. That is the factors which are related to the finance and cost. Also, it will include the saving in space by using the new machine. If the new machine is having a compact feature, then it will save the space also. Okay, then a reduction in scrap and waste by using the new machines. Okay, so scrap is one kind of a problem for the industry. Okay, so scrap required extra operation to come that particular material in a line. Okay, or it will be the burden for the company. Okay, the waste and scrap. Okay, obviously some amount of money will raise through that particular scrap, but it will one can say that um, it will require more operation time, and it will cost for the product, for the cost will be add up in the product, and the product cost will get increased. Okay, so downtime cost of present machine, then a reduction in cost of a jigs and fixture by using the challenger. Okay, so you don't know, but this jigs and fixture having a very high value in the market. Okay, so one jig having costing from 75,000 to the 50 lakh rupees. Okay, so that means cost for one jig or one fixture, and these jigs and fixtures are used for the vertical milling machine, different kinds of machines, uh, to set up that particular component and to perform the operation on that particular product. Okay, so by adapting new machines, the cost of jigs and fixture, it is reducing or not. Okay, so that is one kind of a cost factor related to the new machines. Then effect on consumption of a power by replacing the existing machines by new machines. So power is an important factor when you know that if you want to take any lathe machine or any VMC machine, there is a uh, hourly rating for that particular machine. Okay, so if you want to take the VMC machine on a rent basis, okay, so it will cost 400 rupees for per year. Okay, it will cost 400 rupees per year. I don't know now, it will be changes. So when I was in an industry, so if the industry want to take one VMC machine on a lease basis, so it will cost 400 rupees per hour. Okay, so including the power consumption, and more factor is related to the power only. So more cost is related to the power in that. So 200 rupees, one can say that it is power cost only to run that particular machine. Okay, so if the new technology or the new machine will save that much power, okay, or it will um, uh, reduce the power consumption, then one have to think about the replace the existing machine. One have to think about the replace the existing machine. Then what is meant by tangible factor? So this factor involves sociological and humanitarian consideration with far reaching effects. Okay, so whatever the effects on the health of a worker, or we can say that the effects on the environment, that is nothing but the tangible factors which are related to the replacement analysis. Okay, so like replacing the existing machine with cause of unpleasantness, maybe noise and smoke pollution and unsafe working conditions leading to the accident, or the replacement may cause displacement of a worker. Okay, replacement may cause the displacement of a workers. So that is nothing but the tangible factors. Okay, so these factors need to consider while considering the replacement analysis, while considering the replacement analysis or replacement policy. Okay, so getting everyone, what are the factors, financial cost factor or technical factors, one how to consider while dealing with the replacement of any machine or any equipment or any facility in the industry. Getting everyone this particular point? Please mention in the chat box. If you have any question, you can ask and note down the points related to the technical factor. Okay. So first of all, note down factors to be considered for replacing equipment. Factors to be considered for replacing equipments. So which are that factors? First one is the technical factors. Then second one is financial factor, and third one is the tangible factors. Okay. Please note down. If you have any question, you can ask in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and you can ask. No problem. Shall we move ahead to the next slide? Have you written from this slide? Ruturaj Safkar, whether you are getting the point. Sanket Boramanikar, Sanket Sansare. Okay. Okay. So the technical factor. Please note down the points related to the technical factor. So this chapter is over here only. Now tomorrow we will conduct the test on this particular chapter. Okay. So quiz test we are going to conduct on this particular chapter number 3. We have covered all the points from this particular chapter. Okay, shall we move ahead to the next slide? Please note down the points. Okay, so it will be useful to revise the chapter and to understand the points. Shall we move ahead to the next slide? Okay, shall we move ahead? Have you noted the points? Okay. Required more time or shall we move ahead? Then second one, financial or cost factor. Financial factors or factors. High repair and maintenance cost, possibility of combination of some operation and resulting in increase in productivity. Then the initial cost, the salvage value of existing equipment and challenger at the end of useful life. Okay, so I will take attendance. Roll number 1,
Yes, sir.
2, 2 absent, 3 absent, 4, 5, 'Whether my voice is audible to everyone? Okay, okay. So roll number 1 present, 2 absent, 3 absent, 4, 5, 6,
Yes, sir.
7, Roll number 7. 8.
Yes, sir.
9. 9 absent. 10.
Yes, sir.
11.
Yes, sir.
11 present. Okay.
Sir.
13. Sanket.
Sir, 12.
12.
Present.
Okay. 13. 14.
Yes, sir.
16. 17.
Yes, sir.
18.
Yes, sir.
19.
Yes, sir.
20. 21.
Yes, sir.
22. 23.
Hello. 22, sir.
Okay. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. Vivek, please mute yourself. Vivek. Vivek Jadhav. 30 absent. 31.
Present, sir. 31.
Okay. 32. 33.
Present, sir.
34. 35.
35. Present.
Okay. 36.
Present, sir.
36. 37.
Present, sir.
38.
Yes, sir.
39.
Yes, sir.
40.
Yes, sir.
41.
Yes, sir. Present.
42. 43. 44.
Yes, sir.
45. 46.
Yes, sir.
47.
Yes, sir. Present.
48. Pratap, please mute yourself. 48 absent. 49. 50.
Yes, sir. 50.
51. 52.
Yes, sir.
53. 54.
Yes, sir. 54.
Okay. 55. 56.
Yes, sir.
57. 58. 59.
Yes, sir.
60.
Yes, sir.
61.
Yes, sir.
62. 63.
Present, sir. 63.
Okay.
Hello,
64.
sir. 63.
Yes, Mark present. 64.
60.
Saurabh, what is your roll number?
62.
Okay. 64 absent. 55.
Sir.
66. 67. 68.
Yes, sir.
69. 69 absent.
Present, sir.
Okay. 70.
Yes, sir. 70.
71.
Present.
72. 22 absent. 73.
Present, sir.
Okay. 74.
Yes, sir.
75. 76.
Yes.
77.
Yeah, okay, mark Jeevan Raj. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82.
Yes, sir.
80, 82 present. Okay. Anybody else?
7, sir.
7 mark present. No problem.
53, sir.
53. Okay. Anybody else?
Sir, 76.
76 mark. No problem. Okay. Here
49.
49. Okay. 49 mark. 7 marked. 18 marked. 21 marked. 22 marked. I think this Akshay Lote 1, 2, 3. 75. I think so. 75 marked. 49 marked. 60 marked. 57. 57 marked. 69 marked. 63 marked. 53 marked. 77, 76, and 39. All are marked. No problem. We'll stop here.